After JPJ payment and getting the car from Raja, we are able to take the car to Yao Car Care in Singapore, KL. Why Yao's? Because it's near my office. His workshop can be easily identified by the BMWs parked around it. Well, Google Street View is a very good substitute for my missing video. His address and contact can be found in the description below. Car is on the lift and let's see what it needs to fix. No surprise, most BMW that not has been cared for will bleed. In this case, more than expected. The power steering pump and reservoir is leaking fluid badly. Since the reservoir is on top, we will change the reservoir first along with its hose and then check leak in the future. There's a crack in the steering rack boot as well. Maybe it's due to years of soaking in oil. The original specified car did not come with air condition. It was installed afterward by the first owner, so the leaky compressor here is not stock BMW standard compressor. This is one thing I overlooked during the car purchase. Looks like the oil stain on this side of the engine is from the leaky air condition compressor. Engine drain plug is sealed. The leak may be due to the over tightening bolt. Thankfully, Yao told me that he can retract it. Over here you can see the leaking fluid from the steering oil reservoir. Nasib baik lah engine mount tak kena oil. To have a complete front suspension refresh in the coming months, as the rubber in this portion needs to be changed. When I got the car, it came with a colony of black ants as pets. It surely be the first thing I'm going to give up for adoption. If anyone wants this, can PM me. Now, according to Yao, the leak at the front of the gearbox may be due to a gearbox seal leak, but it is still manageable at the moment, he said. Now going to the back, I have to change both rear suspension as it's leaking really badly. I've also requested to change the rubber boots for the rear axle. This type of money cannot be saved. The biggest worry for this car for me is rust, and by the look of the drum brakes, it's really worrying me. The piston is leaking and in need of replacement. Another big ticket item to restore this car is the rear bushings. For the subframe, arms and the differential, the costs are heavily weighed on the workmanship charge as they need to take out the whole rear part of the car. Trust me, I've done it. I've considered the poly bushing type as it lasts longer and it's stiffer. At the end, I end up with OEM rubber bushings. Before you act to change from rubber to poly, that BMW E36 and E46 are susceptible to subframe cracking. Please check out MS Quay video on this issue. Now Chong here has started work on the car. Since I do not have any maintenance history on the car, I have requested a total complete belt change including the timing belt, the cooling pump and thermostat. As this is an iron block engine, look at the rust on the water pump impeller. Like I said, the worst nightmare that I have now is actually rust on this car. And this is the timing belt. I just asked them to change, although it looks okay. Now Chong is changing the power steering pump and the reservoir. He's removing any excess oil that spilled around it. Here is the up-close look at the condition of the water pump housing. Does it look good or not? Please do leave a comment on what should I do next. On the bright side, the camshaft do looks nice and clean. For the pets, I have placed pasamalam baits around the car in hope it will shoo them away. In the next episode, you will join me to change the sunroof of this car. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Bye.